What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another live video series of Happy Day Getaways. And today we're going to be talking about French Polynesia. So I hope you guys are as excited as we are. This is a beautiful destination, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have a lot of questions about it. But before we get started, let's introduce myself. I'm Jorge, and I'm the marketing director.
I'm Katie, and I'm your vacation specialist.
And I'm Jenny from the Foodie Corner.
All right. So today we're going to be talking about some of the different tips for when you're traveling to French Polynesia, some of the different destinations. We're going to be talking about the foodie tips, what to eat, what to expect, and also we're going to be talking about a deal of the week. And this one is really, it's going to be good because we're going to be talking about how to visit most of the islands and at a really good price. So, anyways, stay tuned for that. But before we get started, I'll let Katie talk about what we do at the travel agency.
So we have a travel agency that specializes in different vacation packages. We do cruises, land packages, that includes resorts, villas, hotel stay. We can add airfare. We do excursions, so if you want to go on adventures on your travels, we can add those on. And we can get you anywhere in the world. So you name the destination and we will get you there.
Yeah. Now, before we get started, French Polynesia is located between California and Australia, and it is called the Jewel of the South Pacific. So, we'll go ahead and get started with Tahiti.
Yeah, we're
Let's
ready.
go.
Let's go to Tahiti. Tahiti is the largest and most developed island in all of French Polynesia. Most visitors land in Tahiti and then travel to their respective destination island from here because they have the airport there. This island loves to party and they have a very active bar and nightclub scene at night. It also has the best shopping and it also has museums, including the most famous ones, the Paul Bocuse Museum and the Museum of Tahiti. This island is best known for its beautiful waterfalls and white sandy beaches, so this is the perfect island if you just want to get away.
Yeah. Speaking of getting away, next island is Tetiaora. And Tetiaora is really kind of like an island for the ultra luxury kind of traveler. This is a very private island, and there is a resort called the Brando Resort. Now, this resort strives to be energy efficient, and it is a LEED certified resort, only 35 villas, and its goal is to be 100% energy free. So they have a lot of solar panels and different other ways to create natural electricity. That is very cool. The other thing to note is if you are planning on visiting this island, this is pretty much it's a private island, private beach, private everything, 35 villas. So you can expect the price to be pretty high, and it is. It is an all-inclusive, ultra-luxurious experience that you'll be paying a little bit, just a little bit above $10,000 per person, with airfare included and transfer from Tahiti to this island. So this is definitely a very, very exclusive, luxurious island. But if there's somebody that's interested in that, this is a great destination. You will not get another experience like that in other places. This is very, very deluxe.
All right, next up are the Marquesas Islands, and these are the most primitive islands in French Polynesia. These islands don't have lagoons or coral reefs, but instead they have plunging volcanic mountains that plunge deep down into the Pacific Ocean. The islands contain archaeological structures, including houses, shrines, and some statues that show remnants of an ancient civilization. This is one of the most mysterious islands, so if you're down to adventure and explore some mysteries of this ancient culture, this is the island to go to.
Oh, yeah. All right, next up is Taha, or is what the locals call it, Vanilla Island. Why is it called Vanilla Island? Well, 80% of the French Polynesian vanilla comes from this island. Not only that, as soon as you step into the island, you get the vanilla smell. And that's because they have the very, very costly, actually, Tahitian vanilla orchids all over the island. And so you get greeted with this vanilla smell as soon as you get into Taha. Now, Taha has been not as touristy as some of the other islands, so it is still pretty untouched. There's not a lot of construction. There is some resources you can see in the picture, I think there's a very limited amount of resorts, and just like all the other islands, you're gonna have a lot of activities to do as far as like water activities, so snorkeling, diving, stuff like that. But definitely something to put in your list, especially with that amazing smell. If you love vanilla, you can't miss out on this island.
All right, next up is Raiatea. And this island shares a coral reef with the one Jorge just talked about, Taha. And it is the second largest island in French Polynesia. The island has ancient shrines and artifacts at the site called Taputatea, which is the best preserved historical site in all of French Polynesia. This is one of the best islands to go to if you love scuba diving, boating, or fishing, because it does share that beautiful lagoon with Taha, and it is the scuba diver's paradise.
Okay. Next up is Huahin, and this is more of what they call the Garden Island. This is essentially there's a big jungle. This is great if you not necessarily into the whole snorkeling and scuba diving. This is more of a jungle experience. As you can see, you got those bungalows right there in Lagoon Lake in the middle of the forest or jungle. So something to keep in mind is the reason why a lot of people go to this island is because it has the biggest concentration of Tahitian temples. Tahitian temples that date back all the way back to 700 AD. And that is what some historians claim to be around the beginning of the Tahitian civilization, the early Tahitian civilization. So if you're into history, you're more into seeing some great structures, older structures, this would be a great destination for you to go and still feel like you're in paradise.
All right, next up is the island of Moorea. This is one of the closest islands to Tahiti, and it has some of the best scenery in all of French Polynesia. It is one of the most relaxed islands in French Polynesia, so it is very popular amongst families and couples. And it is the second most popular honeymoon destination, right behind Bora Bora. You can hike up to Belvedere Point near the summit for a breathtaking view of the island's peninsulas and its deep blue waters down below.
Well, she mentioned it, Bora Bora. This is the destination for honeymoon people. This is just a beautiful island. You can see beautiful Mount Otamanu right there in the background. And this is a great spot to be able to have a retreat, a relaxation with that significant other. This is great if you didn't do your honeymoon there. You can still go. This is a great destination for an anniversary, and definitely one that we're gonna put on our list. And there's several resorts. Some of the more popular ones would be like the Intercontinental, which has direct view to Mount Otamanu. The island is known for those water bungalows, as you can see in the picture. And so you have Intercontinental, you have St. Regis, you have a Conrad. There's another Intercontinental. So there's several options, and some of the activities are a lot of relaxation in the beach, romantic dinners, a lot of water activities, just like all the other islands. So this is a island that's surrounded by a reef, so you get a lot of beautiful marine life that goes, and you're able to snorkel and see that, take video, GoPro. So definitely a great destination. This is one of those destinations that is in most people's bucket list. And just to give you an idea, price ranges. So resort alone, you're looking somewhere in between 7,000 to 12 to 13,000. This is for two people and for a 7 day stay in the island. So it's definitely a little bit more on the pricier side of things. But so if this is something that you want and this is something that you have on your bucket list, just have an idea of what those prices are, so you know how much you need to budget for this destination. But definitely something to keep in mind. So okay, so that's it for the different destination. Now keep in mind these are all different islands, so some of the activities that you're going to be doing are all going to be water related, right? You're going to be snorkeling, you're going to be scuba diving, jet ski rentals. They do have some ATV rentals. They have excursions where you go see aquatic marine life, like sharks, swimming with sharks. That's pretty cool in crystal clear water. They do have also you can shark with eels if you're into that. If you want to get shocked by an electric eel, you can do that. So there's a lot of different activities you can do, and so If you're into a relaxation retreat, water aquatics, French Polynesia is the place for you. So now let's talk about what is the best time to go to French Polynesia. When is the best time?
So for the driest weather, if you don't want to get rained on, you're going to want to go between June and August. However, this is also the most expensive time to go. So if you want a vacation with maybe less people, just outside of that window would be good. So right before June and right after August, you'll get the best price point. Weather will still be good and prices will be still great. So that's the time to ideally go.
Okay. And who would be the ideal person for a trip to the French Polynesia?
The ideal candidate for the French Polynesia is someone looking for a relaxing getaway. This is the ultimate relaxation spot with all the beautiful waters. If you want to see some of the clearest water you've ever seen, this is the place to go. Also, anyone looking for a romantic getaway, this is ideal for honeymoons, anniversaries, just as a couple's retreat. This is the most romantic spot you can go.
Nice. Okay. That's awesome. Well, that's it for the destination and the different travel tips. Now we move on to the deal of the week. And there you have it, guys. So today's deal of the week is a cruise, and this is a very, very exclusive cruise. This is Windstar Cruise. So in the life of cruises, I wouldn't even say that this is a cruise. This is more of a trip in a big yacht. The boat itself doesn't allow more than 148 people on board. So this is a very exclusive, little amount of people. When you think of cruise, you think about like thousands of people on the boat. This is 150, 148, I think exactly. And you get to visit some of the different islands that we mentioned today. Obviously including Tahiti. That's where you're gonna be landing, and then you get to visit all these different islands by boat. The boat is an all-inclusive experience. So Windstar is comparable to a five-star resort. If you were looking at stars for resorts, Windstar is definitely up there. You get an all-inclusive experience. You get the gear for all the different aquatic activities like scuba diving. Well, not scuba diving, but snorkeling. They do have scuba diving gear, but you do have to buy a tour with a person to be able to guide you and whatnot. They have the kayaks and other water activities you can do. And this is an 8-day cruise. You get to see pretty much all the beautiful destinations. And the price, and this is the beauty of it, right? The price is $4,299 per person. You get to visit all these islands, 8 days, and that's comparable to almost if you were to do 7 days in Bora Bora, and that was just the hotel alone. This includes the cruise and the airfare from LAX. So if you're not in LA, you will have to get a flight to LA. We can do that for you. But this is nevertheless a really good price. So that price is for the sailing in January 6th of 2021. And it does not include the taxes and port fees. But this is a very good price. So if you're interested in that, we'll have our phone number and our email at the end of the video. So you can reach out to us, have any questions or whatnot. But definitely a great deal if you want to be able to visit a lot of the islands. Anyway. So that's it for the deal of the week. Now we move on to the Foodie Corner.
Hey, welcome to the French Polynesia's Foodie Corner. First, I'm gonna begin with the savory area, having the number one option, Pahua Tayoro. And this is an exquisite Tahitian dish that can be based on either turbot snails or clams. Both snails and clams should be soaked in fresh water for a few hours before being combined with tayoro, a condiment made by fermenting almonds, grated coconut, seawater, and shrimps. 2. Pulet fafa. This is a delicious chicken stew that also contains taro leaves and coconut milk. Option 3. Poisson cru. Do not miss Tahiti's signature national dish. Ooh la la. Poisson cru, which means raw fish in French. This delicious melt in your mouth dish consists of raw tuna marinated in lime juice and coconut milk mixed with diced vegetables. 4. Chevrets. These are freshwater shrimp cooked with creamy coconut milk and vanilla.
This is good!
Now for the sweet area, first option to try is poe, a Tahitian fruit pudding that consists of banana puree or any other tropical fruit mixed with brown sugar and arrowroot or cornstarch. Then it's baked until the pudding is firm and bubbling, and is often found at traditional Tahitian tamaras barbecues. Option number 2, firi firi, the Tahitian fried dough infused with coconut milk. It is a typical breakfast meal in French Polynesia. Firi firi is also eaten as a dessert and is a common street food item. Don't leave, cause now it's time for the top 3 restaurants. Number 1, La Plage, located in Punaauia, on Tahiti's west coast. It is known for its world-class service, French Polynesian cuisine, wine selection, and Chef Benedicte's heavenly desserts. 2. K Restaurant. Stick your toes in the sand while dining on the Sofitel beach on Moorea. For a really good time, go on the third Friday on the month, when cabaret performers light up the tent. And number 3, Lagoon by John Gorgas. The best dishes here have an Asian bent, where ahi tuna crusted in puffed rice with a chili citrus mayo is a crowd pleasure. Well, it's pretty much all for today. But remember, if you are interested in any of the restaurants I just mentioned, you can always check down in the description box.
Alright guys, so there you have it. That's the Foodie Corner. So we hope that you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about the destination that we talked about today, here's our phone number and our email address. Reach out to us. We'll be able to answer any of the questions that you may have. If you are interested in learning more about other content and other destinations, go follow our pages, our Facebook page or our Instagram. We post daily content about different destinations and beautiful, beautiful scenery. So please give us a follow, and hope you like the content. If you don't know where you want to go, you want to start planning a getaway, go to our website, happydaygetaways.com. You'll be able to get some ideas about different destinations, prices, and things to do, excursions, whatnot. So go to our link, and you'll be able to get a lot of ideas. And if you enjoyed this video and you want to get more videos like this, hit the subscribe button in the bottom right, and you'll be able to see our weekly videos. We're also going to be doing a lot of other videos, we're going to be doing a video from the trip that we just got back, Dominican Republic, and some of the other trips that we have planned, and some of the other suggestions that we may have as the channel, as we work on developing the channel. But anyways, thank you guys for joining us today. We hope that you enjoyed it. Next week, we're going to be going to Chile. So hope that you guys are excited. I'm excited. Let's go to the other side of the world. But before we leave, remember what we always say.
Happy travels!
Happy travels!
Technical difficulty?
Are we off one?
No.
What?